Hey all, how are you? Colleen Wynia here, coming to you live from North Vancouver. I wanted to come aboard here and let you know I'm not completely in hiding, to let you know that you too can get through a grief and a loss. You too can rebuild your life. I want to give you just a little bit of insight to my journey to help you. I'm putting together a news mail list, I guess my insight blog. I'm going to put it out this week, and it's really on 5 steps to rebuilding your life after a loss of some sort. So have you grieved the loss of a loved one? Have you been through a divorce or separation that's just pulled your heart apart? Have you been through a bankruptcy or financial disaster, maybe a fire? Have you been through the loss of something and everything just comes to a freaking halt? Well, Colleen Wynia here of ColleenWynia.com, and if you're on my page or my YouTube, I have literally just been through a long journey with my best friend, my soul sister. I never knew I really have sort of a best friend, but what I mean by that is we were just so aligned and understood each other without even speaking. Do you know what I mean? And I can smile today, and so that's why I wanted to do this. I don't cry all over the place, but I wanted you to understand something, that our mind and all the things we're taught, our myths, our old, is about pushing ourselves. And it really is this time. You guys know what I'm talking about. And it's the time to align yourself vibrationally inside and do what you have to do, which is going to propel in your relationships, your business, your health. Like everything where you're off, when you're hurting, when you're strained, it's not a bad thing to be emotional. Of course not. It's not even a bad thing to be angry. But if you want to do something to allow space for that. And so see it right here, see above me here. If you guys are in my community, this beautiful woman right there, her name is Diane. Actually, let me show you to her. So this beautiful lady here, she, this is taken at our mutual friend Tina's wedding. She went through a long bout of cancer. She and I have been real partners in crime, kidding, partners in energy frequency teachings. And she literally spent over 3 years fighting for her life, and she never ever wanted to give up. And so this devastation that hit home really caused me or pulled me, wanted to tell you, when your mind is telling you, get over it, get on with it. I know it's only been a few days, but what I'm talking about is all the grief and loss that I've gone through. Perhaps you have as well. And the places where I've seen my clients take this like lengthy or short-term transition to wellness, to finding their peace, they always did it through feeling their feelings or honoring what they needed to do in the moment, to work with trust, with God, with faith, to know and to, I think I'm spitting here, and to allow, a little bit of water is good, motion is water, so ocean is water, but to allow yourself that real space to heal your heart. So this happened for me even on Saturday. I'm surprised how much better I feel today. So I wanted to let you know I haven't fallen asleep. I haven't, drifted away forever. But coming alive here, I'm going to put out a newsletter list. I'd love for you to be part of my mail list. I do a once a month sort of deal. And it will give you 5 steps to rebuilding your life, after any kind of loss. So when your mind is telling you guys to, get on with things, get over things, get on with it. Girl, you got responsibilities. Girl, you got work. You got people you need to do. You need to service, and so forth. Well, if you're suppressing the emotion, we know that. Or if you're pushing where your body is telling you to take time for you, that's where you're going to be off. You're not going to attract the money you need, the business you need, that level of connection with your clients and with your family. You need to put yourself back to you. So a couple of tips here, and I'm going to give you more in the newsletter. So just click the link below. There's a link there that says subscribe to my newsletter. You'll get a free copy of my ebook, 8 Best Steps to Raise Your Vibration. It's really a guide. It's a short read, and it'll put you on my newsletter list, and then you'll be prepared for when I put out my 5 steps to rebuilding your life after loss. The things that I do, things that my clients, and many of them have done to, and there's stuff you know, but when you actually apply it every single day. So like, for example, so I'll just share to wrap here, like this is more take time for you. So when you are grieving, take the space you need. When your mind says, but I've got business to take care of, I've got responsibilities, girl or guy, I want you to do this. I want you to take very baby step actions. Don't go too far ahead. That big to-do list, that, you know, all those calls that are lining up, those emails, those things you need to do, book those appointments, whatever, see your clients, they can wait. You matter first, because when you get yourself into alignment, you take care of you. I promise you, you will get through the grief that much faster of whatever that loss is, whether it's the loss of a loved one, like what I went through with sweetheart Diane here, I'm going through. Saturday devastating, Sunday devastating, neutral. It hit me, a pain. I got outside, I moved my body, boom, the feeling came back, right? So baby steps, and delegate. If you've got a business and you have employees or you have staff or you have distributors, delegate. Ask for help. If you are on your own, put things on hold, reschedule your appointments, give yourself a week, whatever it is, okay? So do what you can, baby steps, and delegate. And then deep self-care, dive into deep self-care. So in my newsletter list, grab that, click the link below, make sure you're on my newsletter list so that you can receive it when I send it out this week. Be a part of my community. I choose to give you as much as possible free education on things you can do. So number 1, baby steps, delegate, okay? These are just a 3 of the tips. So let's say number 2, take care of you. What does that look like, guys? Well, it looks like any number of things that reset your vibe. Do the things you need to do. So if it's baby steps, you have a little window to yourself, journal it out, talk it out, run it out, dance it out, be quiet, whatever you need to do, go for a drive. But then remember, when the time is there, this is where I come into play, like a reset coach, energy transformational healer, where if it's not me, pick somebody, but choose somebody you vibrationally feel good and safe with and aligned with. Let them work with you. Give yourself that permission and give yourself space to let the grievance to come up, to feel the feeling. You're not gonna break, everything's not gonna fall apart. But if you fall into you, everything else will fall together. So I talk a lot with my hands. So if you fall into you and allow the stuff to bubble up, it's like a fire. You'll transform it. You will transform or transmute that feeling. And in a bodywork session, in an energy session, there's so many different healers out there. I'm below here if you want to click with me, find out about how I can help you, but do it. And thirdly, for this video, do well with often when you're grieving, you might lose 10 pounds or you might overeat or you might not move your body. I was so lethargic that like, oh my God, Sunday I had to force myself. But then when I got out in nature and went hiking to some of my favorite place in Squamish, pictures on my personal page, they're really pretty, the sunset. And then I felt like a new kid. And then of course I woke up on Monday morning and I was back to the leg and the lethargy and the sadness. But then today, fast forward a little bit better every day, having a talk with my sweetheart's daughter, help both of us vibrationally and confirm that I said to her, put yourself first. She hasn't done work yet. Do the work when you can. something's going to happen to you guys. So this is about going deep, trusting, changing the old patterns where you used to think that you had to do all the freaking work, okay? Well, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to force myself. If you read my thing down below, read this whole thing through what I wrote, you'll see that we get through things so much better when we're inspired. So what does inspired mean? If you break it down, in spirit. So when you're kind of in spirit, in your calling vibration, I don't know what you want to call it, but rather than I'm a coach where I say, you do this, you got to do this, you do these steps and you're going to get this result. Over the term, you're going to build your clients, you're going to get that health, weight loss result, whatever. No. I'm going to tell you could do all the right steps with all the right nutritional products and you may not, because there is a block, a feeling, something that you've suppressed, and maybe it's been for a few days, maybe it's been for a few years, but when you change that vibration inside of you, you will be freaking amazed. So when you work with me, I'll give you an example. This wasn't about me, but I'm feeling really good. And oh my God, I just wanted to just say this because it's been so freaking devastating. Losing my best friend, my soul sister, my colleague, my energy mentor. She's been a teacher to me. She's helped me through really hard times, just like I help my people through really hard times. So who am I? If you're just jumping on this last little part, I am, I don't know, what do you call me? I'm a reset your vibe coach. I help you reset, get through and navigate life transitions so you come out on the other side flourishing. And lastly, eat well. Fuel your body with supplements. When you're emotional, when you're hurting, your body's immune system can drop, and then your energy drops and you're not really moving your body the way you used to. Right? So, you're you're kind of getting out of bed, you're trying to pull. But if you fuel yourself with good nutrition, it's going to help your mood state. It's going to help the depression. It's going to help where you feel really shitty. So I've been consciously more than ever, because food has been a problem to me, addiction, overeater type thing. I go to food, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do all this drug. I don't do this bad stuff that much. Other than I eat chocolate and I overeat, right? So I've really said, Colleen, you're going to do this. And you're going to wake up every morning and you're going to breathe. So I just want to leave you with that you can get through this. Do the things you know you need to do. Stop second guessing yourself. Reach out for a therapist. Reach out for someone to love and someone to talk to. Get outside, move your body. You guys got this. Love for you to connect with me down below on the link, be on my newsletter list. Or pop over my YouTube. If you just go to Colleen Wynia in the YouTube, type my name, my channel will come up, right? And I'm growing it organically. So just go to Google, type in, or if you want to know more about spirit signs and things where your beautiful loved ones you've just lost, you may feel like they're communicating with you, but you're kind of oh, I don't know, that's kind of makes me, I'm going crazy. No, that can't be true, right? Well, 20 years later now, I was talking about this back then, I had no big community around me, but now I do. And now you guys all who I've talked to, so many of you, my friends, you literally can feel your loved ones who are around you, or they come in your dreams, or you smell their perfume, or they're actually moving objects. And it was really cool. I got to help her grandson understand about some things, and he was already thinking about, well, grandma move objects on me, right? So I can teach you about that. Have an amazing day. I gotta go. Hook up with me, check my YouTube, click down below, get on my newsletter list, and I promise you I'll send you the 5 best steps, or my best steps, or my client's best steps to rebuild your life after any kind of loss of a loved one, a health issue, financial issue, divorce, so on. So much love to you guys. I got a chiropractor appointment, so I gotta go take care of that along with the energy work I receive. So much love, guys. Love you guys.